to Get Crafty. This week, we're going to make an origami dog and cat.
Remember, if you don't have all the materials at home, you can contact Devon Public Library to have a kit put in with your curbside pickup that will have the materials you're not likely to have.
For our first origami, we're going to make a dog, or, as they say in Japanese, an inu.
For this craft, you will need a pencil, pen, or crayon, liquid glue, googly eyes, and origami paper. If you don't have origami paper at home, you can also use regular printer paper that you color in, or even wrapping paper.
So the first thing you want to do is take your origami paper and fold it diagonally so that it forms a big triangle. Now, I find that the best way to make sure that the edges are nice and neat is you put the edges over here nice and neat. Then you put your finger over it and use your second finger to slowly go toward the edge. And then you can run your fingers up and down so that, ta-da, it's nice and perfect. Now, what you want to do is flip so that it makes an even smaller triangle. And you use that same trick again. So you line it up on the edge so that it's nice and neat. Then you run your finger down and it'll be nice and neat. So now you have a smaller triangle, and what you want to do is open it up, and you'll see that there is this edge over here on both sides. You want to turn so that you have the edges that stick up, and you want to put your finger where there is that crease, and you want to fold so that the edge of the crease is where you begin the fold for the ear. Then you do the same thing to the other side. And it usually helps to put your finger where you want the fold to begin. And now you have this funny looking dog that has a bit of a pointy head. So in order to not have a pointy head, because dogs don't usually have pointy heads, well, there are some pretty weird looking dogs out there, you fold the edge towards the other side. So now you have a straight head for your dog. And then you take one of the edges here and you fold it up so that it touches the crease, and you've got yourself part of the dog's mouth. Now what you want to do with this edge is fold it down so that you can't see it on the other side. So now your dog looks like this. Then you want to take the very edge and fold it down a little bit so that your dog now has a little nose. So now that your dog has a nose, you can leave it the way it is, or you can use a pencil to color it in. I'm going to color mine in. So now it has a dark nose, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a mouth. And then you want to take the glue and the googly eyes and put a little bit of glue on it. Drop your googly eyes where you want the dog's eyes to be. And it's okay if you get a little bit of glue out of where you want it to be. It's no problem. Then you take the second eye and you do the same thing. A little bit of glue. And you plop the eye where you want it to be. And hopefully it'll behave. And press down. And there you go. Your dog now has eyes. And you've made yourself an origami dog.
For our second origami, we're going to make a cat, or as they say in Japanese, a neko. For this craft, you will need a pencil, pen, or crayon, and origami paper. If you don't have origami paper at home, you can use regular printer paper colored in on one side, or even wrapping paper cut in a square shape.
So to make your origami cat now, what you want to do is fold, just like you did with the dog. You fold the edge, then you put your finger on it, you run it down to the middle, and run down so that it's folded, and then you do the same thing with the other side. So there you go, you've got the edges lined up, finger, run down the sides, and now you will want to take the edge over here and turn it upside down, and you want to fold meeting the edge right there where there's the crease. So now your origami looks like this. Then you will want to fold, much like you did with the dog, on the crease. So it begins where the crease is, and you're going to fold. It can be a little tricky. So you're wanting to fold where there is the crease. So put your finger, and there you go. And you run your finger down, and you do the same thing to the other side. So now, when you fold it over, it looks like this, so that your cat has a flat head. And if you find that it looks a little funny, then you take and you can fold it a little bit wider so that when you look at it the other side, it's not quite so funny looking. Then, last but not least, you're going to want to take the pencil and draw in the eyes. Remember, cats have their eyes like this. Then you do the other side. And you can use the crease to make the nose, to make sure that it's a little bit more in the center. And you put in their little mouth. And, of course, their whiskers. And there you go. You've got a cat.
Did you like this craft? Share a picture of your craft with us on Facebook or Twitter by using the hashtag #GetCrafty. We have a bunch of fun things planned for this summer, so make sure to check us out on Facebook at Devon Library, on Twitter at @D_P_library, or on our website at devonpubliclibrary.ca.